Hi guys and girls, hope you all are doing well. My last video was uploaded about a week ago. Today I'm going to take up a grammar lesson. The first grammar lesson in your book is Modal Auxiliary. Let's try to understand what a modal auxiliary is. Modal auxiliaries are types of verbs which are used to indicate permission, ability, possibility, obligation, advice, prohibition, and likelihood. For example, we use the modal can to express ability. I can solve the sum means I have the ability to solve the sum. Here the modal can is helping the main verb solve to express ability. Similarly, we can use the modal may to express a wish. In this sentence, may you live long. The modal may is helping the main verb live to express a wish. I hope you now understand the function of a modal auxiliary. In this slide, a list of the modal auxiliary verbs is provided. Let's read out the verbs. They are can, could, dare, have to, may, might, must, need, shall, should, ought to, used to, will, and would. They may look simple, but their uses can be complicated and puzzling. They convey very subtle shades of meaning, and quite often their uses overlap. In one sentence, you can use more than one modal to convey varying degrees of connotations. You need to practice modal auxiliaries regularly in order to use them correctly. In the following slides, I'll take up a few modals and explain to you their uses with examples. Here, the uses of the modal may have been highlighted. May is used to express permission, possibility, or wish. In the example, you may go now. Permission is given. In the sentence, he may attend the meeting. A possibility has been expressed. When you say, may you live long, you express a wish. Please remember, may is used to express permission, possibility, or wish. Now, let's learn the uses of can as a modal. Can is used to express ability, permission, and possibility. In this sentence, Vati can swim across the river. Vati's ability to swim has been expressed. In the second sentence, can I use your cell phone to make a call? Permission has been sought. The third sentence, he can win the election, indicates the possibility of his emerging victorious in the election. Let's bear in mind that can is used to express ability, permission, and possibility. In this slide, we will learn the uses of must as a modal. Must is used to convey strong obligation and logical conclusion. The sentence, You must obey the order conveys a strong obligation. In the second sentence, he must be asleep as the light in his room is not on. A logical conclusion has been drawn. The conclusion is since the room is dark, he must be asleep. So, let me reiterate here that must is used to express strong obligation and logical conclusion. This slide tells us when we should use the modal need. The modal need is used to indicate necessity and obligation. This sentence, "You need not reply to the letter," conveys the idea that it is not necessary to send a reply. Here, let me mention that need is quite often used in a negative sentence. So, let me stress once more that need is used to express necessity and obligation. Should and ought to are commonly used modals that are interchangeable. They are used to express obligation and advice. The sentence, "You should help your neighbor," expresses obligation. The second sentence, "She should follow the doctor's advice," offers advice. Here it is important to mention that the modals must, ought to, and should convey obligation and are interchangeable. The difference is only in the degree of emphasis. The strongest among the three is must, followed by ought to, and then should. Before moving on to the next slide, let me state once again that should and ought to are used to express obligation and advice. Now let's learn the uses of will as a modal. Will is used to express a future action or event and determination. The first example, Tongpang will visit the zoo tomorrow, simply expresses an event that will take place at some point in the future. The second sentence, "I will win the race," shows determination to win. So bear in mind that the modal will is used to express a future action or event and determination. In this slide, we are going to deal with the modal used to. Many of you get confused about when to use this modal, and more often than not, you use it wrongly. For instance, if I ask you the question, "What do you do in the evening?" Many of you will probably say, "I used to watch television in the evening." This answer is patently wrong. The implication of your answer is you watched television in the past, but you don't do so now. The correct answer should be, "I watch television in the evening." When you take the help of the modal used to, it refers to a past habit. Please remember this distinction and never ever make this mistake again. The example, "My uncle used to smoke when he was young," implies that he had the habit of smoking in the past, but he doesn't smoke anymore. Once again, used to is used to talk about something which happened either continuously or frequently for some time in the past, but not now. This brings us to the end of this video. I hope you have understood the rules that have been discussed here. I haven't discussed all the modal auxiliaries with you since I don't want to overburden your mind with too much information. I have left out a few like dare, have to, might, shall, and would. The uses of all these modal auxiliaries have been highlighted clearly in your book. Please go through the chapter on modal auxiliaries and make yourself familiar with their uses. I'm calling it a wrap here. Stay safe, stay healthy. So long.